welcome to part 2 of my WELLth Wednesdays in Bali. So if you missed the first one, go back, have a little look, have a watch, come back to this one, as they're going to kind of follow suit. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne. This is my channel, Joanne WELLth. And of course, if you're returning, thank you very much for returning. Thank you for your support in me getting my voice out there, sharing my channel, sharing my love with everybody who comes along every week. So just to recap, I'm in Bali and I decided to make my WELLth Wednesdays more of a come on holiday with me and see how I use my holiday to grow, how I fit in my rituals from yoga, meditation, journaling, and my focus. So the last video I shared all about the journaling that I was doing to help me in my money mindset. So this is going to be one of the focuses here, as when I return from holiday, I'm making a few changes in the way that I do things, and I really feel that I need to remove blocks that are overshadowing me, I guess, in my own self-belief, limiting beliefs around what I can achieve, and also around money. So I've been focusing on money. Well, last video I shared the journal prompts. Today, moving to more of a mindset. Going to talk a little bit about gratitude. So I actually filmed the gratitude video this morning as we were going for a walk, so I'll probably add to that, as well as some of the other things that I have been doing while I am traveling. So this is part 2. Make sure you get part 1, and let's get straight into it. And of course, I will give you a little tour of this second villa. So there's 3 videos because we're staying in 3 tree houses. So let's have a look around, then we'll get into it. Okay, so one of the first mindset shifts that I'm working on is to take responsibility for my own life and for everything in it. So this means to take ownership for the things that may not have gone the way that you wanted to own that. And instead of allowing that to pull you down and not seeing any lessons, then you're not going to learn from that. You're not going to grow. So using everything that happens, good things, bad things, especially the bad things, to learn and grow from. And this is important when it comes to money, because I know I keep mentioning it, but it's our vibration. And yes, we can focus on the money and our vibration and our understanding and our beliefs around money. However, all of these thoughts and feelings need to waterfall out into our normal lives, our lives without money. It's mindset, it's feeling, it's psychology. If you walk around, and it's science, if you walk around down in the dumps all of the time, you're only ever going to notice the down in the dumps negative things around you. So they're be the things that you're focusing on, and they're going to be the things that you draw in. However, if you can start to flip that, and if you can start to take those opportunities to learn from the things that happen, to take responsibility, not only are you going to see a massive growth in how you feel and how you look at the world, but then also see a massive change in the things that start coming to you. And if you think of it this way, if you're looking to have amazing things happen to you and people approaching you for opportunities and events, is that going to happen if you're walking around hating the world all of the time? It's not. From now, take control over everything in your life. Everything that you have right now, you created, the good and the bad. Own it. Take responsibility for it. And if there are some bad things, own them. Take a lesson from it. See what's happening. So if it's something that you have created, of course, if there's things that are happening to you because they of somebody else. You know, that's not something that we have created, but we can still look at it and see, right, what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn from this negative situation? What can I take away from this? And how can I grow? And you're going to notice results not only in your mindset, but also in your emotions. And then eventually through that, from your manifestations and when you're looking at money. So if you feel like you don't have any money in your bank account, having a look at, okay, what can I learn from this? Why is it showing me and making me feel like I have this tough time? Which then leads me on to gratitude, because when we see this, we then are forced to have a look. Okay, so yeah, I might have £10 in my bank account. However, look at everything that I've got around me. I have a job. I know that money will be coming into me. And actually, like I said in the last video, having that belief that it's not just listing where these are the places that money can come from. And I mentioned in the last video, actually, you can find money on the floor. And we went for a little outing, we made rings, and I found some money. It was only very small. It was 5,000 rupees, which maybe is £1. However, I did say thank you. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've totally manifested this. This is totally a sign, because I was teaching other people on how to think this way and feel this way. There was the money on the floor. And then I passed it on. I gave it to the lady and just said, I found this on the floor, it's yours, you know? And again, it's only £1. That £1 was a lot of money to her. So passing it on and having that, okay, that's a nice, you know, for me, the universe was saying, you're right, you're doing the right thing, keep going. Here's 5,000 rupees, and then passing it on, again, lifting me up there. Gratitude. I recorded the gratitude video when we went for a little walk, so I'm just going to edit this in here. So let's walk and talk a little bit about gratitude. First of all, hello. Let's just wait for this bike. Where is it? So gratitude. And I know that I've spoken about this a lot, so I'm not going to go into the same things over and over. So many noises, but just a reminder to find gratitude in the things, especially that you think there's nothing to be grateful for. And you might think this is really scraping the barrel sometimes, but it's all about keeping your vibration high so that you're in the mode to receive and you're in your highest vibration. So gratitude is our highest vibration. I don't even think he's listening. He stood right next to me. So gratitude is our highest vibration. So how do we do this? So it's looking for gratitude mainly in the areas that you are always ungrateful. For example, paying bills or having things to pay out suddenly. So being grateful if you do have the means to pay for those. So even if you don't want to, switching that vibration and switching that belief to thank you that I can. And when I was reading about this, there was, I think it was actually Rhonda Byrne, so from The Secret, who flipped her beliefs around so much so that when she was paying for bills or, you know, things that she really couldn't afford at that time, she flipped that belief to, I'm so grateful that I get to pay this, or it's a donation to charity, I'm helping to pay somebody's wages by doing this. And when she was writing checks, she would see that she would imagine that she was writing those checks to herself. So even though on the outside of that, you might be thinking, well, how's that going to help me? The way that it helps is that it helps to raise your vibration. It switches our beliefs from a worry, some chickens, about money to gratitude, to being able to say thank you for being able to do these things. So really working on that once you've done the journal prompts from the last video. So if you haven't done them yet, go and do those, then come back and go through these steps. And yeah, I'll give you a bit more of a tour for while we're walking, and then we'll go on to the next point. Adding on to gratitude. So far we have got taking responsibility for your life and everything in it. Gratitude practice. Next, stop complaining, or criticizing. Now, again, this links very closely to gratitude, I think, and it's more of stopping yourself from saying things that you don't actually mean, or saying things that can actually bring down your vibration and other people's vibration. Think about when you were a kid and your mum would say, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's kind of that. So if you feel like you have to criticize or complain or say something negative, gossip, stop yourself, reflect, and make sure that what does come out of your mouth isn't putting somebody else or something else or another situation, or you're not complaining, down. Reflect and see how you can reword that so it's all coming from our subconscious, and what comes out of our mouth will be our new belief. So I like to call this finding the good, or becoming a good finder. Finding the good in every single situation, even if you want to complain. The food isn't very nice at the restaurant. Well, thank you that you're able to go out and eat in a restaurant, because that a lot of other people cannot do that. You've been fed, you've had the food, okay, it wasn't what you expected, but is there a way that you can complain about that without complaining? Thanking them for the food. Do you really need to complain? If you're stuck in traffic, and I know I talk about this one a lot, being grateful for that extra time to sit, listen to your audiobook. So instead of complaining that the traffic is so bad and you're so fed up, just accept it. See the positives in it. You have time to listen. You can maybe send a voice note, have a phone call, obviously safely on your Bluetooth speaker, but seeing the positive in that. So go and find the good in every situation rather than hanging up on the bad. Now, this is something I'm practicing because it is easy to, they haven't sent the email yet, we haven't heard off these people yet, and and at the moment we're trying to book the wedding, book a location, we've sent emails, people don't get back, and it's very easy to complain and very easy for me to be like, why haven't they sent anything back, or this is not going to happen, and they haven't emailed. But just taking a moment and trying to stop myself in this situation, knowing that whatever happens I'm going to have an amazing day. Right now I am grateful that I have the means to send these messages, to look for weddings, to pay deposits, to do all of those things. So just because someone isn't sending an email back to me, they're busy. They have probably hundreds of other people that they're dealing with. So just allowing myself, right, okay, reflect on this situation before you can complain. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this. I'm so grateful that I'm getting married. I'm so grateful that it's going to be in an amazing location, and I'm already visioning the day, seeing the day, and knowing that I'm going to have an amazing day no matter what happens right now. So finding the good in those situations that we may find annoying, and I'm using may find because I'm switching my belief there. It's not annoying, it could be, but I'm not allowing it to. Adding on, keep a journal or have pages in your journal specifically for your money mindset, your money magic. So I have just pages. If I'm writing about money, I'll just type in money magic pages and I'll just put that at the top. So when you're journaling, having those pages to focus. So whether it is that you're writing down your gratitude on those pages and just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, or you're writing affirmations, and we'll come into affirmations probably in the next video. But having those pages specifically for your money mindset. So like I said last week in the last video, I was journaling on the things that I was grateful for, the abundance around me, writing out the things that I actually want to manifest. So I'm feeling that vibration that it's already done. So I would put those specifically onto my money magic pages. And really use this as well for your abundance. So if you are feeling like the £0 in your bank account is getting you down, pause, go to your money magic pages, write down all of the things that you do have, all of the abundance around you, 5 things, 10 things, 15 things, 20 things, sit down, write them all down. Include in that health. It doesn't have to be material things. Family, friends. Do you have a friend that you can message every time that you feel like you need to speak to somebody? That is an abundance. That is abundance. Do you have a bed to sleep in? Coffee in the morning, fresh milk, a house, a car, money for your petrol? clothes in your wardrobe, because a lot of these things people don't have, and these are the things that we take for granted. So making sure that we see the abundance that's actually around us before we start complaining about the things that we don't have, because a lot of the things that we don't have we probably don't need. And if it's money that we're trying to call in, and again, if we're wanting money for travel, just life, house, car, all of the big things, take a step back, see what you have now, start to change your vibration, living in gratitude, living in abundance, taking responsibility for your own actions in the life that you've created. Then you'll start to see things coming into you. And that might be that, you know, you might find some money, you might win some money, you might be offered a pay rise, you might be, I don't know, scratch card. It might be your birthday, so you're going to get money for your birthday or Christmas. Or where else can money come from? I'm just thinking, if you're already employed, maybe someone offers you a little side hustle and you take that so you can have a little bit of extra money. If you're self-employed, you get offers or clients coming from all different directions, because you start to open up and your vibration starts to change. And then when you put all of these things together, so the things I spoke about in the last video, plus the gratitude, stopping complaining, your magic money journal, when you start seeing things changing, seeing things happening, write that down as well, as a reminder that this magic is coming through. So for me, it would just be the £1 that I found yesterday and gave to the lady at the other tree house. So as a reminder there that, oh my God, I manifested that. I was actually teaching others that you might find money on the floor, and here I go, I find money on the floor. I haven't found money on the floor since I don't know when. So straight away will write that down in my journal. I also, a different way actually that money can come in, just going back to our wedding planning, is we found a location that we really liked and had a quote, and it was a lot more than we were thinking of spending. Now, this isn't because, you know, from an abundance point of view, we're going to be there, we're going to be together, we want our friends and family there. However, we didn't want to spend our whole life savings on the day. We want it small, we want it low key. And I reached out to a couple of other places and literally got a quote from another place, equally as amazing. It's going to be amazing. Half the price, a third of that price actually, right within our budget. So again, I did complain. I said, oh my God, 100,000 euros, how can that be right? Blah, blah, blah. So I pulled back and I was like, right, this is okay. That's obviously not meant to be. Let's have another think. Let me have a look online. This one place popped up, emailed them, got the quote straight back. And already it was, I don't even know the maths, but very lot less than that, than what they said. So already there, that's showing again that the money magic can come in different ways. It doesn't have to be physical money. It can be in savings, discounts for the things that you want. So just keeping an eye out for that as well. Last little thoughts here. So the things that I've just mentioned, there are zero coincidences. So when something like that happens, so just using the wedding as the example, that, you know, is no coincidence there that I didn't see this other place before when I was looking, and I had my mindset on this one thing. So it's no coincidence that when we have the quote for that I then suddenly find this wedding that wasn't there before, and that is like the perfect place. No coincidence, you know, finding the money on the floor, and allowing yourself to actually believe this. It's all about belief. If you are told something, I think it's 8 times, then you start to believe it. This method is actually used in a lot of places by governments. Think of COVID and the amount of times they would say the phrases and sentences about wearing a mask and stay indoors. The more you hear it, the more you believe it, and it works exactly with your money mindset. So believing there's no coincidences, and every time something good happens, really believing that this is the universe showing me that I'm on the right track. When I found that 5,000 rupees, which is about £1 yesterday, I was really excited, and I was like, oh my God, this is showing me that I'm doing things right. Having that within you, that vibration, and even just talking about it, it gets me a little bit excited. I can feel the rise in my vibration. And that is it for today and from this villa. Make sure you tune in next week. I'll be in our final tree house and continuing with the money magic. So I'm going to stick with the money magic for the 3 villas, I think, because I'm uncovering a lot as I'm working through, and I'll be here to share it with you as well.